Hi, I'm Stefan, and I have a lot of interesting projects in my head, and I thought I have to speak about this. And so here I am, and I'd like to tell you about these, from my perspective, very interesting projects. I'm from Germany. I'm an engineer, and I have also made the videos in German. I started to make these videos in German, and I thought it would be a great idea to put it also in English, and that's what I'm doing here. I start now with the English version as well, so that more people can get this information and can share. I would like to share this idea also in English, so that many people can get involved in this. What is this about? The project is. I have many projects in my head, but let's start with the first, step by step. One project is about Terra Preta, and this is they say that comes from the South American continent, and they developed this special technique or kind of earth. They mixed different ingredients in this mixture. They used charcoal. It means coal made of wooden materials and all kinds of different organic waste materials. In the past, they had only degradable materials as waste, not as we have. We have a lot of plastics and other stuff which is not degradable so easily or takes forever to degrade. And so they had only stuff what we would really usually put on a compost, and which creates a very healthy soil. And charcoal is a very good component for the soil. It has a very porous structure, and the microorganisms can use this as some sort of a hotel to live in. And the inner surface of this charcoal is huge. It is like about 300 square meters. I'm not actually sure how many square foot. I think it's about times 10 or something. It's for 1 teaspoon or something like that is about 300 square meters or so. It depends on the structure of the wood, on the material of the wood. We can also use different materials like nutshells and rice straw, and all kinds of woody materials can be used for this technique. Usually the private persons can do this on their own. So they can create this charcoal, but typically they use it in a very inefficient manner, or they produce it in a very inefficient manner. They make a kind of a fire in the garden also, and then they put it out if the flames go down, and they are left with some charcoal. But this method is very inefficient, as they waste a lot of energy and heat. And the charcoal is also not 100% recovered, as we can do in an industrial method, which I would like to develop further and apply this on a global scale. That's basically the mission, to enhance the techniques for producing biochar on an industrial scale. As I told before, I'm an engineer, and I have 2 degrees in engineering, and I am very interested in developing this sort of machines or facilities which can produce this biochar, and on the one side, and on the other side we can produce synthesis gas and heat and electricity. So many things in one. And this is also a very great thing, because we have a lot of trouble now with the storage capacity, or with the storing of energy. Usually we have power plants, coal power plants or nuclear power plants, which run more or less 24/7. And with the new renewables, we have a pretty big issue with the lack of consistency. So the sun isn't shining all day, and of course not in the night, and the wind is not blowing all day and night as well. So we have a lack of available energy, and we need to store a lot of energy for certain periods of time. And with this method, which I want to develop, we can create a lot of synthesis gas, which is equally usable like natural gas, and we can store this in already existing storage facilities for this gas. And we can have a capacity for, I don't know, in other countries at the moment, but in Germany we have capacities for about 2 months full load in winter, as far as I understood. So we can overcome a period with no sun and no wind at all of about 2 months or so with this storage capacity of the gas storage tanks. Or it's not not exactly a tank. It's a area where they got coal or salt out of the earth, and they left this openings hollow, and we can store gas inside these areas, I think. Yeah, and the project is more or less in my head at the moment still, and I would like to put it in practice as soon as possible. Many tried this before and did it on a more or less small or very small scale. Universities did some examinations about this method, the Terra Preta method, and biochar, etc., etc. But this is was only done at a very small scale, and my mission is to make it on a global scale. And that's for this reason we need a lot of capital to get this going, to make it big, and to hire a lot of great people to create very, very good jobs, to pay the people very good money. We need a lot of capital to start this project. And what I offer is that you can give me a private loan. Every private person, or also companies, can give me private loans, and I will start this project as soon as we have enough of money available. And in the meantime, I will store this safely, this money. For example, I started years ago with investing, and I have a lot of good investment opportunities where I can store this money against inflation and create also a good revenue. So also, if the project is not profitable in the mid or short term, I can pay the interest out of this investment, what I was talking about. Yeah, and we can start, or we should start as soon as possible. And yeah, you can find my contact information in the description. Yeah, and I'm happy to talk to you. We can also work together at the moment, as the capital is not fully enough available. You can start as a volunteer in this project. Later on, you can get a good job there, And I'm happy to get this rolling, and I hope I see you in the next video very soon. I'm planning to make videos very frequently now. Not sure if I can do it every day, maybe several times in a week. We will see. And thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.